This is where I lived since I was, I believe, like 2 years old. There were a lot of boys who thought they were really cool because they had a gun hanging around their waist, and it's, you know, for them it was a sign of power. In this little open area is where my friends and I would all play tag. There were times when we saw, you know, the SWAT team. There was always that kind of activity just going around. I had to grow up fast when I was 13 because that's the time I was separated from my mom. We were woken up. There were police officers outside. I didn't know why they were taking my mom. I had to do a lot of things that kids my age wouldn't really do, like having to take care of my brother and sister. It was really hard for me. I wasn't motivated to do my homework.
I always believed that I was a good student, but due to the environment, I started to have some problems. I think I was in the 8th grade. I got in a fight with some guy in the bathroom, and I remember having half my face in blood, and that was kind of the big trigger for my folks, and kind of for me that, hey, this is probably not what I want for my life to be and the way I want it to go.
That's a problem with our public schools today. Kids that are born in the wrong zip code, they don't get the same educational opportunities that kids in the other zip code do. But it isn't the difference in the kids, it's the difference in their opportunity set.
The mission of ACE is that every child who's low income has access to a high quality school in grades K through 12. And until every child has access to a great school, we will not stop doing this work.
To realize your dream, not only do you need the skills to enable it, you need to be invested in it. You need to be driven to do it yourself. So an ACE Scholar has a contribution from the family, they have a contribution from an ACE scholarship, and there's a contribution from the school.
Having the scholarship and working for my tuition was really valuable to me. It was just amazing to have that help. But on the other hand, I still had to work to get what I wanted and to stay there and, you know, to keep my grades up.
When these children receive a scholarship and the families are invested in this program, they have skin in the game. And what we know is that when you've got skin in the game, your chances of success will be so much greater because you're now invested in your education for your kids. When ACE can come along their side, these families have access to opportunities and dreams and hopes and a vision for their life that they've never been able to have before, and it starts with a scholarship to a great school that's positive. It's a new outlook on their life. It's a structured environment with a curriculum that pushes them to greatness. It's teachers who care about them. It's teachers that, when they go home at night, are calling them and saying, "Will you be at school tomorrow?"
Every morning when I would walk in, the principal would stand in front of the office and say, "Hey, Alvin, hey, John, how's your family? How are you doing?"
Not only do ACE scholars dramatically increase their chance of graduating high school, from 60% for low-income kids to nearly 90% from ACE scholars, but on reading and math proficiency tests, ACE scholars outperform the Colorado population as a whole.
These students are succeeding, and they're debunking this myth out there that if you're low income, you cannot do well.
Instead of going to a public school that I was destined to go to, I had the choice to change my future, really. Had I not had ACE, I think my future wouldn't be as bright as I picture it now. I don't think I would be pursuing that career that I want to in social work. I would probably just be working just to make a living and not really pursuing my dreams. Right now we're on the quad at Regis University. I know I worked hard to get here, so I feel great whenever I come on campus.
I became the first person in my family to graduate high school and then to go on to college. Travelers Bonds, is Alvin. During college, I was able to intern at Travelers Insurance. After graduation, I was brought on board as a full-time employee. This is my home. I've been working on it, fixing it up with my dad, and I'm excited to have reached the American dream.
We're proud that ACE is allowing people, thousands, tens of thousands of kids to realize their dreams. That's the vision. The only thing we want to do is grow it. ACE started in Colorado. ACE expanded to Montana. ACE has expanded to Louisiana. We're going to Kansas and to Wyoming now. We don't care where you're born. We don't care where you're from. Everybody should have the same educational opportunities as we did. I was crazy lucky in life. You know, my parents, when we moved out here to Colorado when I was 6 years old, we moved to the best school district. I was surrounded by kids who worked hard. I got a great education that allowed me to realize my dream. But I was just lucky. The dream of everyone involved in ACE is you shouldn't have to be lucky.
I certainly believe that anyone can achieve success when given the opportunity. Being placed in the right environment with the right people and the right resources, they will succeed.
I believe it's my calling to go out and help the community. ¿Quieres ir al colegio? Sí? I'm just really excited about the changes that I hope I'm making with all the kids that I work with. I usually come here every Thursday for about 2 hours, and I just help them out with their homework if they need it. Social justice and education go hand in hand for me. That's a huge goal that I have. And also to be able to become a donor for ACE scholarships, because ACE changes so many lives and I want to be a part of that.